Hello friends, and welcome to my first watercolor tutorial. I hope that you enjoy this and learn something new. And if you do, please like and subscribe. So today I'm going to be using my Winsor Newton professional watercolor paints. You don't need professional watercolor paints to do this tutorial. Use what you have and have fun. I do recommend you use 100% cotton watercolor paper. So this watercolor paper that I'm using is by artist Loft. It's a Michael's brand. It's really good, and I think that it's underrated. The sketchbook that I'm using is actually custom. I created this myself. So if you're interested, please let me know and I'll show you how I created this sketchbook. And we'll just go ahead and get started. So I think the first thing is to, get something round. I have my tape here. I absolutely love this tape. It's artist tape. So I'll just kind of stick that in the center, get a pencil. You want to use a hard black pencil. It'll be easier to erase. And so just sketch your circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to have fun here. Okay. What I like to use is this kneading eraser, so I can just pick up the pencil marks. So you might not be able to see it very well on camera once I erase it. You just want a light outline, that way it doesn't show up in your painting, in your finished painting. So I am going to use a filbert brush. You can use a round brush if you want. This is just what I like to use because it's flat and it has these round edges. And I'm going to use the wet on wet technique. So I'm going to fill this whole circle in with paint. Fill this whole circle in with water. Doesn't have to be perfect, but kind of just want to follow that outline. Now, water control is hard to master, and I think a lot of people still have challenges. Even professionals have challenges with water control. I'm getting a little better at it, but you don't want to put a ton of water. You want a light sheen. I think you can see that there's a sheen here. You want to avoid puddles, and if you see things puddling up, just get a paper towel and maybe blot it. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a light wash of sap green. And the reason I'm doing wet on wet is because you're gonna get a more even background. Things blend a little easier when you do the wet on wet. So I haven't practiced this tutorial. I'm just felt like painting and decided why not create a tutorial. So I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm honestly just winging it. So hopefully this comes out and you enjoy it. I've done some similar paintings, but I really am not sure what the end result is gonna look like. So hopefully it comes out okay. Okay, so I think I want to add a little bit more color around the edges. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my round brush. This is a 6. And I think I'm gonna try this color. Really light wash. I just wanna maybe add some deeper green to the outside. Again, I'm winging it. And you can use whatever colors you want. Just enjoy yourself. So I am going to dry this. I have a heat gun that I'm going to use to dry this. You can let it dry on its own, or you can use a heat gun. You can get them $10 on Amazon. They're really handy, especially when you're doing a lot of wet on wet. I typically don't use it unless I'm using wet on wet. So I'm going to pause it and dry it and continue. Okay, I am back and things have dried. You can just kind of put your hand on top of it, make sure everything is dry. If it's not dry, you're gonna have some issues with blooms and the paint's gonna spread, so just make sure it's dry. It has actually buckled a little bit, and that tends to happen when you do a lot of wet on wet. So typically you would tape down your painting, or you could stretch it and then tape it down. But since I like to work in a sketchbook, I use these little clips. So you can get these at Daiso. You can get them on Amazon. I think there's, you know, some other places you can purchase these. I have them in a lot of different sizes, but that's what I'm going to use just to kind of hold that down so I can paint on a flat surface. Okay, I'm switching up my brushes, so I'm gonna use a size 6. This is an Aqua Elite. It's a long round, and so what's nice about this one is it has a fine tip. And then this is a velvet round 1, so I'm gonna be using this to do some of my stems, and this one to do my leaves and maybe some stems as well. I may use this one as well. This is my number 6 round. This is a Princeton Heritage. So first thing I'm going to do is I need to activate my brown burnt umber. Sorry, it's off screen, but there's a burnt umber there. Need a little bit more water. That's more of a dry brush technique. Just want to add some more branches. And the whole idea here is that I'm just going in a circle. I'm going to create branches and leaves all around here and see what that looks like. I've never done this before, so hopefully it comes out okay. There is a thunderstorm and rain happening right now, so that's what you're hearing in the background. It is wild out there. We're supposed to have 1 to 2 inch size or diameter of hail, so that's fun. I'm in the Seattle area, and yeah, everybody has been told to go inside. Okay, so I think I'm okay with this one. I like how that turned out, so I'm gonna go ahead and create some more branches. You can rotate your paper, and I think I'm just gonna move this out of the way and kind of rotate my paper. I'm just kind of filling things in, seeing what I like. It looks like I might have gotten some paint here, so I can show you a little trick. I'm going to get some clean water, and I've got this cool little scrubby brush. Just gonna wet it a tiny bit. Don't know if you actually need to wet it, but I'm going to. And I'm just gonna scrub that right off. And it's gone. I think it's called an eradicator brush, but it's pretty cool. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna keep filling in a few more areas and we're basically done. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this watercolor tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good one.